Hey, champions, welcome to Vlogmas Day 31. We made it, a video a day in the month of December. I am so excited to have accomplished this goal. It was a very interesting journey, and I look forward to doing a video about it more than likely tomorrow or something like that, or over the weekend, about what this journey was like behind the scenes, right? So it was very interesting. It was a great challenge. To definitely get the opportunity to challenge myself. And question for you, what have you done to challenge yourself recently, to get outside your comfort zone, to get out of the box? Because that's always very, very interesting on what we are doing to challenge ourselves, to keep us excited and involved and engaged in this thing that we call life. You know, one of the worst things that we can do is park. We can park our lives where we are and not be engaged and not feeling like we are actually living anymore, right? It feels more like we're just existing. Have you ever felt like that? Like you're just existing and you're trying to get back to that place where you're living and not just existing, where you're thriving and not just surviving? Well, you know what? It's all about, how do you challenge yourself? How do you give yourself that test and bring out your special stuff and keep your skills sharp? You know, that's what it's all about. You know, so my question for you as we head into this new year, and happy new year to you. If you're watching this after 12 a.m., you know, it's going to be happy new year for you. But are you ready to remove the obstacles in 2022? That's the question I want you to answer before we bring in this new year. Are you ready to remove the obstacles in 2022? And I know what you're thinking, or some of you may be thinking, like, of course, I'm ready to get the things out of my way. I'm ready to get the things that are keeping me from where I am to where I want to be. It sounds like a no-brainer, but it's not. When you think about it, here's a big question for you, and I want you to write this question down. What are you tolerating? Or what have you been tolerating that's keeping you where you are? What have you been willing not to exchange for the life that you want? You know, these are some tough questions. They're really not easy. And if you begin to spend time with them, you will begin to identify what's really blocking you. See, what's easy to say is that, you know what, this person over here is blocking me. This institution over here is blocking me. Because I don't have this, because I don't have that, that's what's blocking me. And you know, and if you really dig down deep enough, or even if you get some coaching to help you out, someone outside of your frame of reference that can give you some insight into things that they're really seeing about your behaviors, if you're not willing to be honest with yourself, is that, you know, you're comfortable with your obstacles. You're comfortable with the things that are blocking you. You're comfortable with the things that you are tolerating. I remember hearing years ago, what you are willing to tolerate will be responsible for your downfall. What you are tolerating will keep you where you are. What you are tolerating will make sure 2022 has the same outcomes as 2021. And if you're sick and tired of being sick and tired of those same outcomes being your reality, then you're going to have to choose something different. You're going to have to choose a new mind. You're going to have a new mindset going into 2022. And on top of that mindset list needs to be removing the things that are standing in your way, removing the things that are keeping you where you are, removing the habits and behaviors that are keeping you anchored and producing results that you don't want. There's no way around it. And you got to make that decision today. You can't wait, say, okay, well, Chris, I'll go ahead and do that on the 1st. No, you better do it now. Go into 2022 with the type of momentum that you're looking for, the momentum that you need, with the mindset that it begins now. Forget about the date. Close your calendar. Take your watch off. Start now working on you. Here's what I learned many years ago, that your best thinking, now I want you to catch this, your best thinking on your best day, I'm talking about your absolute best day, when you are at your best, your best thinking on your best day is responsible for where you are right now. Catch that. Your best thinking on your best day is responsible for where you are right now. Your best decisions, your best way of thinking through problems and challenges, your absolute best has you where you are right now. Hard statement, because if you don't like where you are right now, You're responsible for where you are right now. And if you want to get out of it, you're going to have to change your best thinking, because your best thinking has you where you are. And if you don't like it, you got to change your thinking. If you go into 2022 with the same thinking process you had in 2021, at the end of 2022, you're going to be saying the same things you're saying right now about 2023. Your best thinking has you where you are. I did not like that statement when I first heard it. When I first heard my best thinking on my best day has me where I am, I didn't like it, because I need to change something. Because I don't like where I am. I don't like all the outcomes I'm getting. I don't like the fruit this tree is bearing. And if I don't like it, I got to change what's going in so I can experience different outcomes. My best thinking isn't producing the results that I want, so I got to change that. But first, I got to take responsibility. I got to own it. It's hard. It's not easy. Sounds easy. It's not the fun part of what happens behind the scenes. When we hear all the great quotes, we hear the great strategies, we take those courses, we don't like to deal with the messy part of getting better. We don't like to deal with the hard part of becoming our best. We don't want to talk about the tough road that we have to travel. So we got to recognize that our best thinking on our best day has us where we are. And the second thing I want to share with you is another question. Who do you need to become to get the outcomes that you desire? Oh, it's tough. Hard question day. Who do you need to become? I'm not talking about becoming someone else. Who do you need to become? Zig Ziglar talks about be, do, and have. Who do you need to be so that you can do the things you want to do and you can have the things that you want to have? Who do you need to be? What characteristics do you need to become? What areas of your life you need to improve? Who do you need to be? Who do you need to become so that you can do the things that you want to do and then you can have the things that you want to have? Because if you don't become that person, you're not going to be able to do the things you want to do and have the things that you want to have. It's going to take a certain change in you. So you're going to have to deal with, who is it that I want to become? Write it down, identify it. In order to do the things you want to do, have the things you want to have, who do you need to be? We got to deal with that. So, number one, we got to deal with our thinking. Number two, we got to deal with who do we really want to be so we can do the things we want to do and have what we want to have. Those are just things that we have to do. And are you willing to bring your best? Are you willing to bring your best stuff out? Are you willing to do the work every day so that you can experience the things that you want to experience in 2022? Are you willing to show up every day? Are you willing to discipline yourself? Can you adopt this phrase, discipline over feelings? Can you adopt that phrase? What does that phrase mean, Chris? It means whether you feel like it or not, whether it's convenient or not, are you willing to say, I'm going forward anyhow? Are you willing to say, I'm going to push past my fears, push past my anxieties, push past wondering what other people are going to be thinking about me? Are you willing to push past everything that's holding you back? Are you willing to look your obstacles in the eye and say, I'm going forward anyway? Are you willing to let go of some of the relationships that are keeping you where you are? Are you willing to walk away from the things that are holding you back so that you could experience the things you ultimately want to experience in life? Are you willing to make the tough decisions to enjoy 2022? Every year, my number one quote, I still believe, is Marcus Aurelius: quit living as though you have 1,000 years to live. You don't. I don't. So what are you willing to do? Are you willing to do the things today? Are you willing to do the hard things today so that you can enjoy the type of lifestyle you want to enjoy tomorrow? See, it's easy to ask, are you ready to remove the obstacles in 2022? But ultimately, are you ready and willing to do the work necessary to get those obstacles out of your way? And it's your responsibility. And that's a hard statement, because I know that's not what you want to hear. I know you want to hear it's going to be magical. I know you want to hear pixie dust is going to be spread. I know you want to hear it's just going to just disappear. And it's not. It's going to take work. And the work that you're doing is the work that's on you. It's not working on anybody else. It's not working on anything else. It's working on you. The 6-inch arena that's operating between your left ear and your right ear, your mind. Working on you to remove those obstacles, those things that are standing in the way of you creating and enjoying and experiencing the life that you want to have. It's all in your hands. 2022 should be an explosive, creative year for you. You've earned your way. You've deserved it. You paid your dues. There's nothing else for you to pay. Now it's time to really just step out and experience it. Are you willing to do those things? I believe you are. So now all you got to do is prove me right. Spend 2022 proving me right, proving you right that you can do this, you can make this happen. Champion, I look forward to being a part of your team in 2022. Go ahead and subscribe now so that we can stay connected. Oh, I cannot wait for some of the things that I'm going to be producing in 2022. It's going to be absolutely exciting. I'm outside my comfort zone. I'm going to be challenge you to come on outside and join me in doing the things that we've only dreamed about. Now is the time. Now is the season. So I want to be first to say to you, Happy New Year. Looking forward to a great 22 with you, champion. And I say salute to you. Create a great day. And go ahead and watch some of these videos right here. YouTube thinks they're fantastic, and so do I. Talk to you soon, champion. See you next year.